the last time we were talking, you were explaining about your overcoming anxiety, which has been a very helpful story for everyone to hear. And part of that journey, you talked about making friends with your anxiety, your fear, and but also not being a stupid friend, just giving the fear and anxiety what it wants. And after we spoke, I was thinking, oh, I wonder if this approach will work for all the emotions. Like for anger, I was thinking, how does one make friends with anger? And I wanted to ask you that question, Rinpoche. So can you speak a little bit, like explain about how you make friends with fear and how that works? And then if that can be applied to other afflictions.
Yeah. So as you said, I had the panic attacks that was developed when I was very young, around 8, 9 years old. Then I learned meditation from my father. So one of the first my meditation practice is the mental recitation, meaning reciting a word in the mind. So I recite the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum, like mantra of the compassion Buddha. And another is the watch the breath, breathing in, breathing out. And I feel very bored. I really want to get rid of my panic. By what my father teach me is watch the breath. Watch this boring breath. And every day same thing. Watching, breathing in, breathing out. Again, tomorrow, breathing in, breathing out. Fell into sleep. So, but I believe my father, so I tried to do that. So then my father said, if you really want to work with the panic, the practice is same thing. Watch your panic, just like watching the breath. So I kind of like build connection with the meditation. Actually, I make connection with my awareness through the breathing meditation. So the essence of meditation is what we call awareness of the breath. Knowing, breathing in, breathing out, just simply knowing. And then I change, instead the breath, I use a panic. So watch panic. Oh, sometimes panic become bigger, of course. It's very interesting. So now it's like when you are in the river, you know you're in the river, somehow you are in the river, but you are carried by river. You're in the river. You don't see river actually. But when you see the river, that means you're out of river. But the river is still there. So I see panic, but at the same time, there's space between me and panic. Sometimes I cannot see panic. There's a gap. I cannot find panic. Wonderful. So normally what I call, this is a new term now because sometimes people doesn't get it. So now I develop a new term, horizontal liberation or vertical liberation. Horizontal meaning when you look at the panic, there's a gap. So between past and the future, there's a gap. Look at the panic, you cannot find panic. Or people like that, now panic, I'm free from panic. But there's only one way to liberate panic. Another is the vertical liberation, meaning when you look at the panic, panic is there. Panic no need to disappear. But there's space between you and panic. So the liberation comes vertical.
Wow.
Front and back.
Yeah.
Not the past and future.
Yeah.
So that really helps me. Then, of course, after 5 years of work, in the end, I make my panic become my friend, become best friend, my teacher also. And after that, panic is gone. Panic said bye-bye. So I miss my friend. But what I found is in our life, there's so many problems. So you can use same thing with the depression. Sometimes feel depressed, lost energy, interest for a while, Sometimes it happened to me sometime, a little bit tired, lazy, kind of like. Be with that. And that depression is in the awareness. So you don't need to push away. You don't need to control that depression. You don't have to get rid of. You just be with it. There's a lot of sensation going on. And then same thing, when you watch your breath becomes support for your meditation. Now you can watch your depression become support for your meditation. Maybe you cannot find depression, horizontal liberation. Maybe you can see the depression, you can be with the depression. That is the vertical liberation. So stress also. And also, sometimes I met many people, and some people have the low self-esteem, feeling bad about yourself, phobia, and also physical pain, sickness also. We can be with the sickness. And then awareness is like sky, is holding the sickness. But then you are bigger than the sickness. You are not the sickness. Automatically, you don't have to make separation. It automatically becomes big.
Wow.